Well, we're here in Cardiff, and I've got Otto Wallin alongside me. And Otto, it's a real pleasure, a real surprise to have you on the card this weekend. How are you feeling about making your return?
Yeah, I'm happy. I haven't fought in a year now, so it's nice to be back fighting and good to be here in Cardiff. I'm surprised. I've never been to Wales before, but it's really nice. Like I said earlier, I fought in the UK as an amateur, but not as a pro. So it's happy to make my UK pro debut now, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's quite remarkable that you've never fought in the UK because fans here know you so well, but it'll be a special occasion for you because you fought in the UK as an amateur, but your pro debut here is on these shores here in Cardiff.
Yeah, exactly. I was supposed to make my UK pro debut last year in October when I was going to fight Dillon White, but he pulled out, so it had to be delayed a little bit. But I'm happy to be here now. And yeah, first and foremost, good to get a fight again and get back in there and then move on.
Just how frustrating was it not to get that fight with Dillon, because it was a fight everybody was excited about and then things went quiet and before you know it, the fight got postponed?
Yeah, I mean, very frustrating, of course, because I hadn't fought since last February, which has been a long time already back then. And then, to have that fight canceled, I was ready for it. I had, packed my bags almost on my way to the airport, and then I get the call to say that, don't get on the flight because he might have an injury. So, it was a little bit frustrating, but in boxing you need short-term memory. So I'm trying to focus on myself, my own career, and I know that my career has much more than just a fight with him. So.
And how do you feel about the pathway for yourself getting back to the top table and fighting against the likes of Tyson Fury? How do you see this year mapping out for you?
Well, I hope to be kept busy and get this fight here. This is nobody that I can underestimate, so I got to go in there and be sharp and be turned on for all 8 rounds and beat him and then move on. And I think a main thing, like I said, is going to be to stay busy because I haven't fought that much these last couple of years, so that's very important for my development and to stay relevant.
How do you feel you have developed since that Tyson Fury fight? Because it's been a couple of years now, but as you said there, you've not fought now since February. Have you been able to work on a lot behind the scenes?
Yeah, I'm always in training. I'm very serious. I want to be a champion, so I'm always training, always working. So I've had 2 more years now with good training, 2 good fights with Kaufman in Brazil, and just that fight with Fury also, it was a great experience for me. I hadn't been on that level before. And to go 12 rounds with the world champion, it doesn't get much better than that. So I feel like I've grown a lot since then. And I'm ready now, when I get the next shot to win.
What opponents are you looking at this year? There's so many names just outside the top 1 or 2, the likes of Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker. What interests you?
I think there's a bunch of guys. I mean, we tried to make, last year we tried to make Charles Martin, Luis Ortiz. We had Dillon White signed. So, there's so many guys, but I don't really focus on one especially because I think that I just want to get up to the highest level, and whoever bring me there, I'll fight.
And speaking of fights, what do you think happens in this fight between Tyson Fury and Dillon White? You're the expert. You're the man who knows both of them so well because you've been training for Dillon, so you know his pros and cons. But you've been in a room with Tyson and you pushed him all the way.
Yeah, well, I think to beat Tyson Fury, you need fast hands and fast feet. And he's a tall guy, so you got to be smart with him and do the right things. And to get to him, you really need fast feet and fast hands, like I said. I don't really think that White has that. He has power, but he loads up too much. So he when he misses his shots, he turn around and make a 360 almost. So Tyson is gonna take advantage of that, and I feel like he's gonna maybe outbox him like he did Chisora, or be more aggressive, push him back by boxing coming forward. And I just think that Tyson is too big and too good for him.
Do you think Tyson will do it within the distance?
I wouldn't bet on it. Anything is possible, but I think it would be a decision win.
And you want to take on one of those guys at some point this year, hopefully?
Yeah. I want my kind of revenge on both of them.
Do you think that if you went back in the ring with Tyson, the experience you had of going 12 rounds with him, do you think you could beat him this time?
Of course. I mean, I came close the first time, and I was pretty much a novice to everybody. I haven't been on that level before and everything. So I gave him his toughest fight of his career, pretty much. You had Wilder knock him down a few times, but nobody has been able to match his skills like I did. And I landed more punches than anybody's done on him. I landed more punches than Wilder won the first fight and Klitschko together. So, that's a big statement in itself. And of course I can beat him. I know that. And I think he knows that too. That's why he never mentions my name anymore.